Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Nomadik subscription box. As of April 2017, you can go to their website, the Nomadik, spelled Nomadik.com. Their current pricing is at $30 per month if you purchase monthly, or you can purchase 3 months in advance for $28 per box, or you can purchase 6 months in advance for $26 per box. I was actually able to get a special discount code off of another review I saw on YouTube for 1 month free when you purchase 3 months. So I figured, why not? Might as well go ahead and check it out, give it a 3-month run, and it's another product that I can share with you guys, and who knows, maybe I'll fall in love with the box and decide to stick with it. A few important things to note about this box. Free shipping is included in the price. If you look at some other subscription boxes that are currently on the market, they'll actually charge you extra for shipping at checkout. So when you're comparing one box to another, make sure you look at that so you see where you're really getting the best value. Again, this box is delivered monthly, and you can cancel at any time. It has free domestic shipping, and the boxes are supposed to be rated to have up to a $50 value. Now, one thing that they market to kind of set them apart from some other boxes is that they do not contain any samples, trinkets, or in their words, junk. Now, I do know some other subscription boxes, such as Cairn, does add samples to their boxes. Whether or not you like that, that might make a difference for you, whether this might be a box that you prefer. Personally, I don't mind the samples as long as they're good. But if that's something that kind of irritates you and you'd rather focus more on core, products and gear, this box sounds like it might be a little more up your alley. They also advertise this box as having 3 to 5 high-end products in each box. So we'll see here in a minute if that holds true. Currently, according to their website, the shipping cutoff is the 15th. So as long as you subscribe prior to the 15th, the box will ship out around the 25th. So if you do decide to subscribe to this box, don't be surprised when it doesn't come around the beginning or the middle of the month. It will actually come around the end of the month. So this April box actually arrived on my doorstep just a few days before the beginning of May. So don't let that surprise you. Also, one last thing that I thought was nice, if you look on their website, it does say that they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. It says if you don't like what you get, let us know and we'll make it right. So hopefully they stand behind that, but it's good to see a company doing a subscription box like this that goes ahead and puts that out front. Alright folks, so if you have seen my videos that I've done on the Cairn monthly subscription box, you'll see that I'm going to use the exact same format. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and open this box up, take a look at what's inside. By the way, you are actually getting my first impressions on this box. You can see it is still taped shut. It is completely sealed. This actually just came in the mail yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. I just haven't had time to get to it because I like to do it perfectly candid. So what I get is going to be as much a surprise to me as it is to you watching this video. I haven't done any research online to see if anybody's put out any videos on the new box for this month yet. Nothing. So this is purely first impressions. So we're going to open up this box. We're going to see what they give you in the box. And then we're going to go online and look up some of the pricing and try to get an idea based off of Amazon.com, places like that, as well as the manufacturer's website, depending on how easy it is to find on like Amazon. And then I'll try to give you kind of my estimated value for the box so we can see what kind of total value you get in this box. Now, obviously, cash value is not the only thing to consider here. When you order a subscription box like this, essentially, hopefully, yes, you are getting products at a discounted rate because you're buying it, but you do get a random surprise. You don't get to hand pick everything that you want out of that box. So you're trusting that company to essentially curate the best goods to you possible in that box. So it's not just necessarily cash value versus how cheap they can give it to you in the box, but how good of a product is it? how useful is it really, and how good of a job do they do of kind of pulling together like a theme for that month, giving you products that kind of go into a general area that work well together, and just gives you a nice, well-rounded box. And then also you look at, from month to month to month, how much diversity you get, how well do they maintain over that period of time. So you can determine, is this something really worth subscribing to for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year? Or is it just going to kind of peter out and then be the same type of products over and over and over? So hopefully, I think over the next couple of months doing this box, and then May and June, April, May, June, that we'll be able to get kind of a decent picture of the Nomadik box overall, what you can expect, and then we'll see if it's something that we want to continue. All right, guys, so let's open this up and take a look. Trying to be careful cutting into it, make sure I don't stab my knife in too deep and end up cutting something. Did I get it? All right, here we go. Okay, so first off, we'll pull out the stack of cards. Let me set this over to the side so we can see what we're doing here. So much like with the Karen box, you do get some cards inside here. This one tells you right off the bat what is inside the box. So you can make sure that you have everything that's supposed to be in the box. And it also, they go ahead and add their cash values to the side. So we can go off of that and kind of compare and see how realistic their estimation of this box is. So it looks like in this box we're going to have the Power Practical Luminoodle. 180 lumens, multiple hanging options, universal ties, powered by USB, waterproof. I'm just kind of skimming over the description here. So it looks like that's going to be some kind of hiking or camping, backpacking type light. So that's kind of cool. Also the Slipstream / Real House free 3-month subscription. What is that? It says it's been called the Netflix of adventure films. Slipstream is a hand-picked outdoor adventure film platform curated by athletes and world-class adventurers with hundreds of award-winning movies with categories like Inspiration to Escape, worldly documentaries, and Best of the Fest. It's a go-to for adventure inspiration in your downtime. So they estimate that, or I guess that's not an estimation, that should be what the cost is, $15 for that. By the way, the Power Practical Luminoodle, that was $20 was the price they give for that. So the video subscription, if that's something you're into, that might be kind of interesting. I'll have to check that out and see if that's any good. That's kind of surprising. I didn't know they did stuff like that in the box. So they are factoring that into the cash value on this box. So if that's something where you're like, oh, I don't really care, couldn't care less about that, then that's kind of lost value for you. If it's something that you are interested in, then I guess that is kind of cool. Okay, next up we have the Night Eyes Cam Jam, which they price at $7. It says one of the most useful products we've tested in the last 6 months. When it comes to lighter loads, the knot-free Cam Jam makes securing gear as easy as possible. Okay, so some kind of gear securing thing. Perfect for tightening, tensioning, etc., etc., etc. And then lastly, they have the Mountainsmith Tent Stakes. It says these top-rated tent stakes are incredibly strong and durable. They are 7075 AL alloy stakes that can be used to hold your tent or any shelter into the ground. Notched at the top for guidelines, unique reinforced V-shaped design, user-friendly, used with virtually any tent or shelter product on the market, and they value those at $10. So we've got some, looks like some kind of light product, some subscription, video subscription, the Cam Jam, like a gear securing tool, and then the tent stakes. So it seems like the theme of this is kind of like around the campsite. I'm not sure exactly what you would classify that as, but kind of some stuff to use around the campsite. Okay, apparently there is a lithium battery pack that you can purchase to go with that Luminoodle to power it up while you're out on the trail. They do give you a coupon code there for Power Practical, who's the manufacturer, for 25% off. So that's cool. If you really like that product and you want to get that accessory to go with it, you've got that. Okay, here is the card with the free 3-month subscription to Slipstream is the name of it. It's a website, a streaming website. It gives you your pin right there on there. So yeah, we'll have to check that out. I'll have to look into that. I don't see like a expiration on it, so I don't know like when the date starts on this, you know, like as soon as you register, I'm assuming. So if I didn't have time to get to this right away, I think I could wait and, you know, use it a little bit later down the road, hopefully. Okay, and then something else cool that they like to do in the Nomadik box, I think I had already heard this, is they like to give you a challenge card in the box. You can see that right there. And it says here the challenge is, the best 3 photos for this challenge will win a Spequa Barnacle Plus speaker, 100% waterproof, Bluetooth, and has a 4 GB memory, holds up to 1K songs, so you don't need your phone. That's a $65 value. It's basically a wireless Bluetooth waterproof speaker, MP3 player kind of deal. So if you want a chance to win that, what it says is to take a picture using products from this box outside, e.g. using your Luminoodle or even your tent/setup for camping. One product from the box or the box itself must be inside the picture. So either one of the products or the box itself. It says you can upload that to Instagram with the tag @TheNomadik inside the picture and to use hashtag #NomadicChallenge2. So there you go. So that has that right there. It gives you the clear directions of how you want to do it. It says the contest ends on 4/22. So if that's something you're interested in, that's kind of cool. Like makes it a little more like interactive, gives them a chance to kind of interact with their customers, and you know, gives you a chance to win some more gear. So that's kind of cool. That's smart on their part. That's good marketing, but also cool if you're the person who ends up winning that. So there we go. That covers all the cards that were in the box. Now let's take a look at the products. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to kind of go in on the order of the card, just for the sake of keeping it organized. So first up, we have the Power Practical Luminoodle. Now I haven't purchased any of Power Practical's products myself thus far, but I have heard good things about them. So right here, this says it is a Luminoodle 5-foot LED light rope and lantern, 180 lumens, USB powered, waterproof. There's the packaging right there. Okay, so you can see that it does come in a drawstring bag with the Power Practical logo on it. Go ahead and open this up, take a look. Okay, I think I see what we got here. Get this little bit of tape off of here. What this is going to be, if you unroll this, has a reel that it comes on. Oh, I pulled it all the way off the reel. And so I'm looking at this thing. It's basically like it is like what you would say, or what it's described as, like a rubber noodle. It looks like you've got these little kind of pods running along it that have lights attached to it. But what I'm trying to figure out is exactly how this thing is supposed to work. Alright guys, so looking a little closer at the description on the back of the packaging, essentially what this is made to plug into is any kind of USB port. So you can plug that into a USB port, and that's what will power this thing up. And I was looking at it, it looks like I was kind of incorrect when I was first evaluating it. What these little pods running along here is actually magnets, from what I'm reading. So you can pull those to where you need it. So if you have something metal that you can attach this to, that you'll be able to just stick that to it. And then the lights themselves are actually embedded inside here. So it gives like a nice soft ambient glow to it. You got a little loop there at the end too where you could hook it on something. Now something that immediately comes to mind with me, as far as this being a box geared towards hikers, is that in and of itself, this light you can't do anything with it unless you have something USB to hook up to power it. Now they do give you that card for the discount to get the battery pack to go along with it, which I'm assuming is probably geared to be you know, out in the weather and stuff. I don't know without looking it up, but this thing will not light up in and of itself. Of course, there are other portable battery packs and stuff you can get on the market that would work with this. So cool product. I'll definitely have to actually like hook it up and test it out to see how it works at home. But the thing about it is I'm going to have to, for me, I'm going to have to purchase something else to really be able to use this on the trail. I don't know that I have anything right now other than like taking a laptop or something that I could hook this up to. So kind of cool. Would have been nice to have a power source with it, but seems like an interesting product. One last thing, guys, it looks like I almost missed on this, is they do have a couple of rubber ties, I guess you could call them, in here. And the way you're going to use these is you've got a big loop there that you could, say, hang off of something, and then you can pull this through, and you can see like the ridges in that. You can just lock it where you need it. So you could use that to help secure this thing up inside your tent or your camper or whatever, however you were going to use it. So next, we're going to look at the Night Eyes Cam Jam. This is a pair. I've seen these in the store before, in like the sporting goods and the camping section. So this is a cord tightener. The way it works, you can see it has a carabiner attached right there. And then you'll be able to do is you'll be able to pull your cord through, like you see the picture here. Okay, you've got the carabiner hooked on the corner of the tarp, and then you could pull that cord around whatever you're attaching to, and then that area right there, you can just loop the cord through, and you'll be able to tighten that down, and that'll basically lock it. So rather than you having to sit and tie knots and then untie knots and all that, it basically has a mechanism inside there that's going to lock it in place. I haven't used this exact product before, but I have purchased stuff from Night Eyes in the past, and in my experience, they're always good products. This doesn't seem like it's going to be an exception. It feels like it's very sturdy, well built. If you do things like hammock camping, things like that, things like this can be handy. Sometimes you need to attach little extra lines to help stabilize, or if you're wanting to hang up gear, stuff like that. You know, this kind of stuff comes in handy. So I'll have to take these out and really test them out to get a full idea of how good they are. But I think the price, they estimate $7. That sounds about right. That doesn't sound like that's unreasonable of what you would pay for something like this. And that seems like a pretty cool product. Something that will definitely, I think, be useful. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to take a look at their Mountain Smith tent stakes. And it looks like we get a pack of 8 right here. Let you guys take a look at the packaging. And right off the bat, I have a few tent stakes similar to this already that I just purchased like at Walmart. I will say, just immediately feeling them, the weight, they feel like they're lighter than the ones I have, and honestly, they feel like they may be stronger. These feel fairly stout. What are these? It says they are made out of 7075 AL alloy. I'm not a huge metal guy. I'm not sure exactly what that is, to be honest, but these feel pretty good. And if you've never used tent stakes like this before, you can see it does have the little notches cut into it to help you attach guy lines. So you could use this for your tent. You could use it for lines for a hammock, for rigging up shelter tarps, whatever. It makes it kind of versatile. And the biggest thing is you cut down a lot of the weight because of the fact that regular like camping tent stakes, they can be heavy. I like the design of these in that they'll seat together, because what I'm seeing here is you could put this whole stack together, wrap something around it, and then you could just drop that in your bag. And I'm holding this right here, all 8 of them, and this weighs like next to nothing. So these seem like they're pretty good. I think I'll definitely probably get some use out of them. I'm sure they'll be added to my kit somewhere. All right, and I like to always remind people with boxes like this, especially when it comes with this brown paper packing stuff, that you can actually save this, and this will work really good for tinder, for starting campfires and stuff. So, something to think about. All right, guys, so looking at the card again, they estimate the Power Practical Luminoodle at $20, the Slipstream 3-month subscription for $15, the Night Eyes Cam Jam being priced at $7, and the Mountain Smith tent stakes being priced at $10, which gives you a total estimated value on this box of $52. So I'm going to do a quick little search, take a look and see how these prices stack up, and I will let you guys know how we're looking. Alright guys, that was actually really quick and not too difficult at all. So on the Power Practical Luminoodle being estimated at $20, that seemed like it was pretty much dead on. Basically everywhere I looked, you're looking at $19.99 was the going rate for that product. The Slipstream Real House 3-month subscription, I didn't even bother looking that up because I mean that's like a promotional thing. So I mean whatever the value they put on it is the value they put on it, right? The Night Eyes Cam Jam, they put down a price of $7. Now it seems like more the average price that I could find was right around like $5. I had seen it as high as $7, but like you could find it at Walmart for like $5 something. So, but not too far off. Mountain Smith tent stakes, I looked those up as well. They estimated those at $10. I saw these everywhere from like $8 to $11 online, depending on where you bought it from. Of course, one thing to consider, if you were trying to purchase all these products online and you're ordering them separately, you'd be looking at shipping and all that, combined with that. But overall, their price of around $50 value is about right. If you knock off a couple bucks for the difference that I saw, let's say you brought it down to $50 for the value of the box. So you're looking at, you're still getting a decent value here. So if you're paying the month-to-month rate for $30 for the box, realistically, you're getting about $20 over what you've paid on this box. Now, that is factoring in the Slipstream Real House free 3-month subscription. So that's $15 of that over the cost value. If that's not something that interests you, and I'll be perfectly honest, that's not something that really particularly interests me. I'll probably look it up just because I have it, but that doesn't really blow me away having that added in there. So if you factor that in, then you've actually only got about $5 over the value of the box based upon what you paid for it. So there you go. Okay folks, so what are my impressions after my first month with the Nomadik box? Well, honestly, it was okay. A couple of things, it was kind of hard for me to identify really like a clear theme to this month's box. It was stuff for use around the campsite. Yeah, I mean, I guess like securing your gear. You've got tent stakes. You've got the cam jams in there. You've got the rope light. But it doesn't really like have a continuity to it of exactly what the theme of the box was. The video subscription thing being thrown in, honestly, that does not do a lot for me. And the fact that that's factored into so much of the value of the box, to me, is kind of a drawback. And I've got a feeling I will not be the only one who comments on that for this month. But overall, they're good products. There's nothing in here that's junk. Don't get me wrong. This is all stuff I'm going to use. The only thing I'm a little iffy about is the rope light, the Power Practical Luminoodle. I'm going to have to play with that a little bit and figure out exactly how I'm going to integrate that into my kit. All good stuff here, but there was just nothing really about this first box that really blew me away. There was no big product in there that really got me super excited about this month. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better next month. They'll kind of take it up a notch and give me something to be a little more excited about. Also, it was kind of interesting to me that they don't throw like a sticker or anything in there. You see, like with the Cairn box, every month they give you a Cairn sticker. Not that like I'm in love with stickers, but you would think for like marketing purposes and stuff, they would go ahead and add that in there. I'm not sure why they don't. But so in conclusion, in my opinion, the April Nomadik box was okay. Nothing that got me super excited. The cash value is there. Even if you knock off the subscription service, if that means nothing to you, you still didn't lose money on the box. You saved about $5 off of what you would buy. All the products are good quality. They're good brands, well built, and I'm sure it's stuff that I'll put to use, but I would have liked to see something to get me a little more excited. So hopefully we'll see something like that in next month's box that we can be a little more energetic about, but you guys will have to wait and watch our next video to find out. Alright everybody, this concludes our unboxing of the Nomadik April 2017 box. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.